Hey, artist Miss Seward here. Want to make a pixel sunset animated GIF? I will show you how on piskelapp.com. So you want to open up your browser and go to piskelapp.com and click sign in. You can use your school Google account or whatever account you prefer. And when you first go in there, if you've ever made animations before, you will see your sprites, they're called, here, and you can mouse over them and check them out. They will usually play if you mouse over them. And I can create a new one by clicking Create Sprite. So to start with my sunset, I'm going to name this first layer over here Mountain. I just double click and name it. That helps me keep it straight. So I'm going to go to a nice big pen size, and it's already set to black. You can use a different shade if you want to, but I'm just going to do kind of a silhouette of a mountain. So I'm going to draw in my silhouette at an angle here, and then use the paint bucket to fill in the rest of it. I'm going to create a new layer. Oh, come on. Mountain. I forgot to push enter. Now a new layer I'm going to call Sun. I'm going to switch it to the color I want my sun. I'm going to pick a nice bright yellow. And for the sun, I'm going to use the circle tool. And make sure that your circle is not touching any edges. I find as you animate this, if it moves through the edges will actually delete it. So that's why I'm going to do a sunset. A sunrise is a little harder because you have to fill in the parts of the sun repeatedly. So I'm going to click and drag to make my sun circle. And then I could use the paint bucket to either fill it in with the same value of color, the same shade of the color, but I think I'm going to go to a little bit brighter and fill in the center just a little bit brighter, kind of to mimic what the sun does. So now I'm going to come over here to my frames. You see where it says add new frame? You don't even have to click that, but these are my frames, and I'm going to click duplicate frame. I'm going to click on the hand, and now in frame 2, in my sun layer, I'm going to click and grab the sun and move it down about 2 notches. Then I'm going to duplicate the frame again, do that again, and repeat. You might be noticing it's going very fast over here. All I have to do is lower my frames per second so that I can see it a little slower. And I noticed my layers got shuffled, so I can just click on the mountain layer and click the up button to put it on top of the other layer. Now I need to click back on the sun so I can continue to duplicate. And notice it's duplicating all of the layers, but when I am in certain layers over here, it only shows me one or the other. But in my preview window, if this happens to be really small, sometimes you'll see and it's like that. Just click on here and click full so you'll get the full preview. And I'll just keep moving it down a couple notches at a time. Oop. You can move it over if you want to. But my sun's going straight down. I want my animation to be pretty smooth, so I'm being pretty consistent, only 2 steps each time. Let's see, do I have it all the way down? I do! So, now you can leave it like this. I can open the preview pane, and this would be like a transparent background. If you like the checkerboard, you can leave it, or you can add another layer. I'm going to call that one Sky, and put it on the bottom, so it's behind everything else. And now see, my sky layer is blank. So I'm going to go back to frame 1, pick a sky color that I like, and I'm going to start with kind of a lighter, brighter color because it's starting right during the earlier part of the day when the sun is up. And then for about 3 frames, I'm going to just use the paint bucket to paint the sky the same color. Then go in a little bit darker on the next 3 frames. and progressively a little bit darker and darker until I get to the end. And now you'll see when I click preview, it has that illusion of the sky getting darker as the sun sets. So we've done it. We made a pixel sunset animated GIF. Now, here's how you make sure to save it. If you just close it, it'll go away. So you want to come over to the little disk over here. It looks like a robot face. You can give it a name if you want to, but you don't have to. Click Save to your gallery, and then Piskel will remember you, and you'll be able to go back and animate it or change it or make copies and download it later. And then if you want it downloaded off of your browser to be able to email and share and open, it doesn't work everywhere because it's an animated GIF, but it'll work lots of places. Then you click on this little mountain in a box export button. You can turn up the scale if you'd like to make it a little bit larger. You don't have to turn it all the way up, but you can, maybe somewhere around there. Loop repeatedly will be turned on, and that's what makes a GIF just keep going forever and ever. And then click download. It will download probably to your downloads. If you're using a Chromebook, you'll be able to find it in recents. And now you can open and share your pixel animated GIF. I hope it was fun.